Hi everybody, it's Casey Williams. Ford has put the Bronco badge on a lot of vehicles over the years. From the original off-roader to the F-150 base wagon in the 70s and 80s, that was probably most famous for O.J. Simpson's chase, to the Ranger-based Bronco 2, and of course, we've got the brand new Boulder Buster coming very, very soon. But along with that brand new Bronco that'll be arriving for 2022, is a little bit smaller, a little more urban friendly, but still pretty capable Bronco Sport. And we have the Badlands edition for you here today. Let's give a look at it. While I've had the Bronco Sport this week, it's been mistaken for the larger, more capable version of the Bronco. And it's really easy to see why. It starts at the front, very big, very bold, almost looks like stamped steel with the Bronco name across it. It's not, it's plastic, but it all looks really good. The round LED headlamps, LED fog lamps, driving lamps, looks really good. You know, a lot of this vehicle is based on the Ford Escape architecture, but you'd be really hard pressed to tell that from the outside. Got this wide flat hood that looks really good and it looks tough, but it also helps when you're off-roading. Helps you really see where the corners of the front of the vehicle are. Come down the side of it, the wheels, look like old Steelies, but they're 17-inch alloy with the off-road tires on it. A lot of body cladding, a lot of the gray just to kind of keep the vehicle, it works with the look of it, but also keeps it safe and it keeps the paint from getting scratched when you're off-road. Kind of like the Badlands logo. Yellow logo looks really good. I like the roof profile. Again, kind of connects it to the classic Broncos. A little bit of Range Rover, even if you look at it that way. Come around the back. The interior, I think there's not as much space in here as I think you'd probably like. Again, it's kind of a short vehicle, kind of a narrow vehicle. But what I do like is I like the rubberized material in here. Rubberized here, rubberized here. You get the bicycles in here. You're not going to scratch anything up. Also get a full-size spare underneath the luggage compartment. So if you're off-roading and you get a flat, you know you can get back home without any trouble. The Badlands edition is really the most capable of the Bronco Sports. And the interior really reflects that. They kept it very simple, kept it very washable, very usable. It just feels like you can just take it home after you've had a day of adventure and just wash the whole thing out with a scrub brush. You got cloth seats, but they're comfortable, they're supportive, they work well. Floor, it's rubberized. You take the floor mats out. Again, just scrub the thing out, wash the thing out. Very easy there. I like the design of it a lot. It looks really tough, looks really cool. Kind of like this bluish color that's here and also on the doors. Then again, you tap around, there's some hard plastic, not so much here, not so much here. In the back on the doors too. But it looks really good. It feels, it feels durable enough. I like that. Rubberized steering wheel. I'd like a leather wrapped steering wheel at a certain price point, but again, it's perfectly sized, looks nice. I like the Bronco logo. I do like the touchscreen, very easy to use. Ford has one of the most intuitive infotainment systems of anybody. Just simple icons for audio, phone, nav, your apps. Very easy to use there. Proper volume and tuning knobs, easy to go through things. Button for auto stop start, top and center. I detest auto stop start. It gets you a little better fuel economy, but it's just annoying to me. But there's a button, you can defeat it really easily. Down below, single mode automatic climate control. Again, it'd be really nice if you had dual mode like some of the competitors. But it works, it's easy. You get heated seats, the buttons are right here below. USB ports, more storage. I do like all the storage. You got storage here in the dash, storage down below, nice deep cup holders, storage here in the center console. All works out really, really well. Has a lot of safety systems, as you'd expect. This one has adaptive cruise. It's got the Ford collision alert with auto brake. It's got blind spot warnings, rear cross path detection. Pretty much everything you need to keep the vehicle safe. There's another button in here that I really like. First of all, I like the gear selector. I think that's really kind of cool. The knob works well. But then there's one here that says GOAT modes. And it stands for goes over almost any terrain. But when you turn it, it actually reconfigures the powertrain depending on your driving situation. So I put it, the modes are slippery. And then there's a sport mode. Again, this really just more adjusts the throttle, adjusts the traction systems, steering heft a little bit. Echo, a little bit of gas mileage. The normal mode, that's usually where I leave when I've been driving it. Mud and ruts, sand, rock crawl. Let's be honest, you're really not going to do much rock crawling in this vehicle, but at least you can pretend that you can. But it is really nice. If you're going to do some off-roading, you're going to do a little bit of sand, a little bit of mud, getting down the trail. This will help the vehicle conquer those obstacles very well. Right. You don't really need a fully framed truck to be capable off-road. The Jeep Renegade and the Subaru Outback Wilderness have proven that. And when you get rid of that full frame and a lot of the deficiencies that come along driving a truck-based vehicle, you get just a smoothness and calmness and peacefulness to driving the vehicle. And that's true with this one. Being based on the Ford Escape loosely, you've got an independent rear suspension, so it handles the bumps well, it handles well, it's a short wheelbase. It's a very nice driving vehicle. Under the hood, there's a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, delivers 250 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. That pays off, you're off-roading, but also on the highway. Very easy to get up to speed, hit the freeway, hit the on-ramps, and just scoot right along. Cruise at just about whatever speed you want to on the interstate. And also being crossover based and not having that full frame to tote around, you get pretty decent gas mileage. 21 miles per gallon in the city, 26 on the highway. Those of you who are used to driving crossovers that get 35 miles per gallon might think that's kind of low. But for a vehicle that has this capability, I think that's pretty extraordinary. I think it makes a lot of sense to have 2 Broncos. You can get the Boulder Buster if you want to, but for most people, this vehicle has all the capability you'll ever need. And best of all, it's really urban friendly, it drives nice, that little turbo engine gets it down the road, gets relatively decent gas mileage, and it's just a vehicle that's just more usable, more practical every day. And that really comes in the price too. So the Bronco Sport starts just over $27,000. This one all in, you're looking at $35,745. Well, next week, another fun car. Until then, storm forward.